I'm gonna I'm gonna go down with you because I was bored when you wasn't here. Huh? Mhm. Let's see.
My work here is done. 5-hour energy. Get back to 100%. There's a reason this office canceled Casual Friday.
Now, just for now, we'll just go
out of the will. And why sibling rivalries really exist. There's a reason he's always Employee of the Month. And why no shirts and no shoes is no problem. There's a lot of reasons to be a fan, but only NBAStore.com has all the keys. Welcome back to the Toyota.
Oh.
Sports Center night after Celtics cap. Scott Van Pelt, he plays for the best game. LeBron's post-game press conference. SVP, on Johnny Manziel's chances. Oh, he's heading to the CFL.
Keep getting them checks, Johnny.
This young man, Casino Yellen, owns every parts tonight. Philo, I know that's what you're feeling right now.
Good job, young fella. Still got school on Monday.
A little kid is dancing.
This halftime is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
What am I trying to? I'm trying to run the spin before I do all that. It's just I'm not gonna keep
Here with a great deal on a new Toyota.
Make this summer the best ever with big savings on many of our most popular models. Offers end June 4th. To find out more about all our great deals, visit Toyota.com.
Get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
What are the butt? Oh. Yeah. Oh my god. Guys, these are gloves. Okay. I put them on my wrist. And I wear them. So, y'all gonna see me wear them. See, I just got no more hangings right now. The Buddha for the power inside of you. Just the power of this glove. You'll feel magical inside.
About what they've done and still be sexually gratified. That's very significant because if we can find these items, we can find a Golden State Killer. Items like
So fun.
sweet.
Let her touch it. Let her look at it.
Yeah, this is your area. Yes, I love it. Wow. You've got a pot rack, plenty of storage. You've got this, which reminds me a little bit of a fireplace. You know, you've got the stucco.
Oh yeah.
And then you've got this antique header. So you've got a lot of countertop space, but you also have a lot of storage. You guys remember this was kitchen, the laundry room, the pantry. Remember this was like,
Betty.
One person helping in that.
It's like a dream.
so let's go check out the master suite. Remember we decided to convert the garage into the
I
master
was doing
suite.
this
Can't
on
wait
my
for y'all to see it.
phone.
Go check it out.
It's already been like 7 minutes in this video. 7. It's already about to be 10 o'clock. Because it's not video. When it gets to 12, that's when the challenge starts. Because that's when we gotta stop. Well,
So we have a new rock on the
today,
wall.
we're just gonna be trying to stay it up.
I love this headboard. This headboard was a little door.
In the morning.
Yes. All these
It's probably gonna be
windows
really
and doors
hard
that
because
lead out to your side
I'll
patio.
be so sleepy.
What I love is this was once the garage, so there were
But
cars
probably
in here.
not if I get
Now
more
it just,
extra.
it's so
I'm
pretty.
not
It's clean.
tired.
It's unique. It's
Because
different.
sometimes I might get a little bit tired.
Relaxing
and
time.
sit on
Hey,
the couch
show
for a
the,
few minutes.
bathroom.
But warning,
All right, let's
if I
go.
close my eyes, I'ma definitely fall asleep. So I'm gonna try not to do it. Close my eyes.
Whoa.
So I hope you like this video.
Look at your shower.
Make sure you follow, subscribe, and hit that thumbs up button.
I love your shower. It's teak wood. Feels kind of like this spa in here. Still feels so much bigger. You have more space.
Really sharp. I like it. Yeah. Okay, let's go back in the living room and wrap this up.
Okay.
You guys have been great. Yeah. I love everything. All right. Home, sweet home.
We just love being in your home. Thank you for entrusting us with this project. So hopefully you guys can hurry up and move in, get settled, start making some really good memories.
It's a dream for sure. I feel so blessed from you guys. Just thank you. For sure, thank you. It has been our pleasure to be a part of your lives. Our hopes are that you two live happily ever after here. It's like a fairy tale. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. You bet. being advanced non-small cell lung cancer made me think of
Your latest.
$79 a month. Ready for a real shock? Head to Hyundai of Greer.
Protection to help prevent early.
About their latest work.
It's just no use, Lena. Even with all these rules.
Joanne and Ruth.
That was issued earlier this afternoon. Order of change heading out to that late night reception at Frogmore House in a very sleek silver blue 1968 Jaguar.
So cool. That very private party is hosted by Prince Charles for a select group of 200 guests.
But we're going to begin here tonight with how the American princess officially began her life as a royal in the same chapel right behind us here where Prince Harry was baptized and where the ultimate fairy tale came true. After all the questions, the speculation, and the drama leading to this day, intimate drive, just a mother and her daughter alone, making their way through the British countryside, that daughter about to take her place in history. Here at Windsor Castle, where Queen Elizabeth often spends weekends, royal revelers from across the UK and Americans who made the trip from home, arriving to witness Meghan Markle, a biracial American and actress, a humanitarian, about to join the royal family. So many fans camping out for days.
We came all the way from Brantford, Ontario to, be here for the royal wedding. And we're here for you, Meghan. We're from your hometown. God bless Harry and Meghan.
Hoping to get a glimpse of the pomp and circumstance of the royal couple and some of the most famous faces in the world.
I got a bear.
Victoria Beckham, Serena Williams, George and Amal Clooney, and Elton John among the 600 invited to St. George's Chapel for the big day. Even American royal Oprah, right there, saying his brother Earl Spencer. Prince Charles and his wife Camilla would arrive.
10:03, bro.
And we know that Prince Harry had invited some of his ex-girlfriends too. Chelsea Davy was here, and Meghan Markle's TV husband Patrick Adams from her TV show Suits. A beaming Prince Harry arrived, waving to the crowd gathered inside the castle grounds, waiting just outside St. George's Chapel. There with his brother and best man, Prince William, both dressed in the traditional Blizzard Royals uniform. As that Rolls Royce carrying Meghan and her mother Doria made on road to Windsor Castle, the crowd settling in. Doria arriving first. Mom now entering the church, smiling. And in keeping with tradition, the final guest to arrive before the bride-to-be, the Queen, along with Prince Philip. And then, the moment the world was waiting for. Meghan Markle stepping out of the car, giving the world a first look at the dress. She gets out of that Rolls Royce, lent to her by the royal family, in a dress no one was expecting.
No one was expecting a gown by Givenchy, and also such clean lines. There was no lace in the way we've seen before. It was very, very simple. Perhaps we should have expected that from Meghan. She really was a woman in her own skin today, and that's wonderful that an established woman who knows herself, knows her own mind, is marrying into the royal family.
Meghan climbing those steps, entering the 500-year-old chapel, the Pageroys right there in tow. One of them, you could see it in his face, in awe, as he saw that crowd waiting right inside the chapel. And Meghan would make history at the very start, the aisle, alone. The fact that Meghan Markle walked into that chapel and began the walk down the aisle by herself made history in and of itself. Yeah. It's a genuine step change in the royal family.
The first established woman to ever marry into the royal family. The first self-proclaimed feminist to ever marry into the royal family.
And to walk in alone?
She walks in alone. It was such a symbol.
Following Meghan down the aisle were some of the smallest members of the royal family. Prince William and Duchess Kate's children, Prince George and Princess Charlotte among them.
Already in this
And halfway down the aisle, Prince Charles meeting Meghan to escort her the rest of the way.
Okay.
The fact that Prince Charles would walk her the rest of the way down that aisle also was significant.
family have embraced Meghan Markle.
Of course, Charles always longed for a daughter. He's spoken about that, so just a wonderful, special moment.
Prince Charles bringing Meghan into the arms of her groom, her mother Doria, just over her shoulder there, watching it all unfold.
There were a couple of moments where we could read lips inside that chapel. When Prince Charles handed to Prince Harry his new bride, he said, "Thanks, Pop."
And you could see Prince Harry turning to his bride and telling her, "You look amazing."
It signals who Harry is.
Absolutely, he knows he's met his match.
Harry, will you take Meghan to be your wife? Will you love her, comfort her, honor and protect her, and forsaking all other, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I will.
He said he knew when he met her, when he saw her, he knew he'd have to up his game.
Up his game and modernize the royal family forever. The Queen, the entire royal family, welcoming the American born to an African-American mother and a white father.
You've seen many royal weddings, but how was this one different? In particular, the diversity we saw today.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this is a radically different royal wedding. St. George's Chapel, Windsor's never seen the like of a preacher from Chicago.
The late Dr. Martin Luther King once said, and I quote, "We must discover the power of love."
Bishop Michael Curry from Chicago rousing the chapel, preaching about love.
Those who do not love do not know God. Why? For God is love. There's power in love to lift up and liberate when nothing else will.
It was integrating her biracial past and her present, her American roots, and obviously her love for Prince Harry.
The couple chose a soulful rendition of that 1960s American classic, Stand By Me.
Oh, darling, darling, stand by me. Stand by me. Yeah.
They would exchange rings, affirming in front of the world one another.
Harry, I give you this ring
Harry, I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage.
as a sign of our marriage.
With my body, I honor you.
With my body, I honor you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
And all that I have,
All that I have,
I share with you.
I share with you.
Within the love of God,
Within the love of God.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
In the presence of God, and before this congregation, Harry and Meghan have given their consent and made their marriage vows to each other. I therefore proclaim that they are husband and wife.
Even during the service, you could hear the cheers of the crowd outside. Hand in hand, now husband and wife, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, proceeding down the aisle, out to the cheering crowd.
They came out of that chapel and they didn't make anyone wait.
No, that wonderful kiss, and it was a long kiss as well. Harry and Meghan gave everybody what they were waiting for.
A real-life fairy tale, now with its happily ever after. The kiss scene around the world was a horse-drawn carriage, of course. The crowds lining the streets, easily more than 100,000. And many of them Americans along the route. And Deb, you were right there along the route, too.
Absolutely, so many of them. And everyone wanted a glimpse of the fairy tale couple, the newly minted Duke and Duchess of Sussex, as they made their way back to Windsor Castle, 20 minutes to greet thousands of fans all along the way.
With their new relatives looking on proudly, Harry and Meghan entered their royal carriage.
Oh, fly fingers get sucked into a glove. Ready? We shouldn't really be here right now in this clothes. Well, let's go.
Meanwhile, the Queen and the rest of the party depart in style in decidedly more modern wheels.
Hey.
When the carriage enters the streets of Windsor, the waiting crowd erupts in cheers. A sea of faces, flags, fascinators, the Union Jack seen everywhere. And I'm right in the thick of it all as the carriage drives by.
They're riding by right now, and the crowd is going crazy.
It is a truly remarkable moment. A 36-year-old biracial American taking the iconic royal wedding carriage ride that's part of our collective memories. Princess Diana and Charles in 1981, William and Kate in 2011.
I think it's wonderful. This is history to me.
Elaine Thomas, who traveled here all the way from Florida, was able to capture a friendly smile and wave from Meghan.
To see a black woman, a biracial woman, that is now part of the royal family, speaks volumes.
As it makes its way down Windsor's narrow streets, this royal carriage ride feels more up close and personal than
the end of the story.
The crowd seems close enough to reach out and touch the royal couple.
Windsor itself is very small, and I think hearing them sort of pop around the streets of Windsor actually felt very intimate.
Now, on her biggest stage, the former actress seems to take it all in stride.
I was very
actually talking about fingers were gone.
Considering everything that's gone on, but she was incredibly composed and she just looked so happy.
Still, when it comes to royal protocol, seems everyone's a critic.
Plus, you need to learn how to do the royal way. Royal way.
Earlier, anticipation was building for a group who dubbed themselves the UN of the carriage line. Hailing from the US, Canada, Australia, and the UK, the ladies are united by their common desire to find the prime viewing spot.
We did research on this. We looked up the different matches the town put out, and so we figured this is the best place.
And they've staked out this position for 5 days, coming well equipped to handle the cold nights and sleeping on the sidewalk. By last night, though, even their enthusiasm was starting to wane.
We had a fantastic time. But we're tired. I'm old. I'm 66. Why am I here?
But today, all discomfort forgotten.
Congratulations!
As the royal carriage swings by right in front of them, Harry giving the dedicated royal watchers a wave.
Oh my gosh, she was gorgeous.
Oh my God. They looked straight at us, and it was so beautiful. It was amazing.
It was beautiful. Breathtaking. It was breathtaking. It was worth every day here. Unbelievable.
After the 22-minute ride, the carriage re-enters the gates of Windsor Castle, and finally, the weight of what she's just experienced seems to catch up to Meghan as she clutches her chest.
I definitely think it's a moment for this country, and it's moments like this that people can see why the royal family is so important to us.
Next, a mother's presence. How did Harry and Meghan make Diana walk the aisle with them?
Today, historical sites are disappearing, but AI can help us bring history back to life.
To recreate historical sites, we had to stitch hundreds of pictures one by one. With Microsoft AI, we are able to stitch hundreds of thousands of pictures in one night. I need to make it possible because it's so important to do it. With artificial intelligence, you can go in, you can experience it.
Patrick woke up with back pain, but he has work to do, so he took a leave. If he'd taken Tylenol, he'd be stopping for more pills right now. Only Aleve has the strength to stop tough pain for up to 12 hours with just one pill. Aleve, all day strong.
Kick off summer with big savings during Ashley Home Store's biggest Memorial Day mattress sale. Starting now, save up to $1,000 on your choice, now just $6.99. Kick off your summer with big savings at America's #1 furniture and mattress store, Ashley Home Store. This is home.
You've tried moisturizer after moisturizer, but one blows them all out of the water. Hydro Boost from Neutrogena, with hyaluronic acid to plump skin cells so it bounces back. Neutrogena.
When you filter out the bad, the absurdity, you're left with the good. Filter out 900 plastic bottles with just one Brita Long Last filter. Choose the filtered life.
Of course, Alexis is powerful, but if you had any lingering doubts, acceleration, horsepower, and all-round performance of the Lexus Hybrid. This should clear the air. Lexus Hybrids, crafted to be fast as H, now comparably priced to the rest of the lineup. Experience amazing with your Lexus dealer.
Well, guys, I made it to 26 video. My video says Toyota 2, but I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like doing it. So I will continue this last stream, okay? Like, I will continue it when it's 12, okay? 12, that's when I start the challenge. It's going to be 12 o'clock. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, because I'm just doing this video for normal.
Debbie Ocean, convicted felon, brother Danny Ocean.
So I hope you enjoy this video, because there's going to be a part 2 of that, because we're going to be doing it at 12 o'clock. So I hope you enjoy this video. Please hit that button. I'll see you guys in the part 2. Last Peace.
Ocean's 8.